This is the station Tulsa turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news and the home of Fox News, AM 740 and FM 102.3. News Talk KRMG, Tulsa's #1 news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
Car versus house. Car wins, and now the cops are involved.
Sunny skies. We have a beautiful day underway. We're looking at temperatures this afternoon nearing 70 degrees.
An accident still working at 80th and Memorial. It's a non-injury.
At 1 p.m., we have 61 degrees, mostly sunny skies. From the KRMG 24-hour Fox News Center, I'm Chris Davis with team coverage of our top local story. Tulsa cops looking for a man they say drove a stolen car into a living room near Pine and Elgin today. The black male, 5'9", 170 pounds, clad in jeans and a blue hoodie, was attacked by a neighbor's pit bull as he fled. An 18-year-old passenger was arrested on outstanding warrants and taken to the hospital in fair condition. Anyone with information on the wanted man should call Crime Stoppers at 918-596-COPS. We're learning more about that semi-accident this morning on Highway 75 and how the driver was able to walk away.
Investigators believe the driver was going too fast on the 23rd Street exit. ODOT's Martin Stewart says the trailer plunged over the guardrail, landing upside down on the train tracks below.
He's very lucky. In fact, the trailer actually, it appears like the trailer may have dragged him back. The trailer went over the wall first and then dragged the tractor back down on top of the trailer.
Stewart says the structure of the bridge isn't damaged. April Hill, News Talk, KRMG.
The 37-year-old driver is in fair condition. Tulsa's first homicide of 2012 may have been over a Wii game. TPD Sergeant Dave Walker says Michael Hooks was shot at 2 a.m. New Year's Day at 12th and Yale. He died the next evening. There could be more jail time for Amber Hilberling after she failed a second drug test. She's out on bond awaiting trial in the June death of her husband, who fell from a high-rise window. President Obama helped unveil a new U.S. military strategy today at the Pentagon.
Laying out the outlines of new plans to reshape a smaller and leaner military, President Obama said at the Pentagon today, it's not all about budget cuts.
The growth in the defense budget will slow, but the fact of the matter is this: it will still grow.
The actual budget plans will follow in coming weeks. To see what the military wants to do in the future, go to my blog at krmg.com.
KRMG's Washington watchdog Jamie Dupree. He worked as a government contractor in Iraq and admits to searching for and trying to download child pornography while at Camp Fallujah. The case against Keith Strimple was handled in federal court in Tulsa.
The only unusual aspect to it is the fact that Mr. Strimple was in a foreign country, specifically Iraq, when he committed the acts he was charged with.
U.S. Assistant Attorney Matt Sirin says he was charged with 3 counts but pleaded guilty to a lesser count of trying to obtain child pornography. Sentencing for the 57-year-old is April, and he faces a maximum penalty of 10 years. Melvin Lewis Bailey is wanted by cops in several local robberies. The 18-year-old is a black male, 5'6", 150 pounds. Call Crime Stoppers at 596-COPS with information. Former Assistant State Superintendent Misty Kimbrough is under scrutiny after she was accused of filing falsified travel reimbursement claims. State Auditor Gary Jones says the money involved was small. Tulsa's most accurate and dependable forecast in 2 minutes.
Team traffic reports with John Philbeck every 10 minutes in the morning.
I had never thought before Thursday I would go up in a World War II era open cockpit aircraft. The Spirit of Tulsa Squadron flight crew strapped me in a harness and started up the plane. We were off and up about 2,000 feet. When we descended, organizer Jim Dagg told me what the 10th annual Hangar Dance is all about.
The reason for the dance is the aircraft. We use the funds from the dance to rebuild these airplanes. For the dance at night, about 1,100 to 1,200 people. And then day event, we've had as many as 3,500 in the
Now
past.
I'm anxious to get my bride out on the dance floor Saturday and to see some of the antique cars. But I don't know if I can get her up in the plane. It's pretty cold up there. And Rick, you'll like this. The pilot's name is Captain Kirk. Log on to KRMG.com to hear Jim Dagg and to find out what you can expect at Saturday's day event.
And FM 102.3 News Talk KRMG, Tulsa's #1 news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
First, the Iowa caucuses, and now the aftermath.
Sunny skies, no storms in sight. That means probably sunny skies right on into the weekend and mild weather. 58 this afternoon.
51st and Memorial this afternoon, a non-injury accident.
We have 56 degrees at 2 p.m., mostly sunny skies from the KRMG 24-hour Fox News Center. I'm Chris Davis with team coverage of our top story.
Tulsa's election headquarters. News Talk KRMG.
About 2 hours ago, there were more developments in the race for the White House.
Mitt Romney and I and you believe that America's greatest days are still ahead of us.
U.S. Senator John McCain endorsed Mitt Romney for president following his Iowa victory, but that caucus left Michelle Bachmann in the back seat.
A day after finishing dead last in Iowa, Jane Dupree, News Talk KRMG.
Meanwhile, the Newt Gingrich campaign says the days of all positive ads may be over. A new agreement will bring criminals from Puerto Rico to Oklahoma. As many as 480 male inmates are set to be transported here. It's unclear how the inmates will be selected, but at least 240 will be sent to the Cimarron prison in Cushing in February under a contract with Corrections Corporation of America. The remaining inmates will be sent there by mid.
It is 6:30. A little bit of fog out there. Light mist. 44 in Tulsa.
Friday looks cloudy, but colder Saturday. From the News on 6, I'm Alan Crone.
Alan to be along with his full forecast coming up in about 6 minutes here. This is the KRMG Morning News for this Thanksgiving Day. Let's get an update of our top stories in the 24-hour Fox News Center. Here's Chris Davis.
It's a KRMG Extreme Weather Alert, Denver. For those traveling on Thanksgiving Day, fog could be a problem, especially to the areas south of Tulsa. Areas like Muskogee and Okmulgee are seeing dense fog, and the National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory that will expire at 9 this morning. Rain then moves into the area at the end of the day on Black Friday. Thanksgiving Day, though, is set to be windy and warm with a high in the low 70s. Tulsa was experiencing a little fog in the city this morning, and we'll have a complete forecast, like you said, in just a few minutes. One group of people most of Green Country can't forget are our loved ones serving overseas.
As Americans gather with their families, giving thanks for our freedom and safety, there are men and women away from their families, fighting to protect those very things.
Hello, I'm Master Sergeant Jay Messenger at Ali Base, Iraq. I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to my daughter, Erin, back in Phoenix, Arizona. Erin, happy Thanksgiving. I'll be home soon.
This is Chaplain Carrie Mashoff from Camp Air John Kuwait, wishing a happy Thanksgiving to Bob and Nancy Mashoff in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My name is Jason Dickerson. I'm stationed at Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan. Happy Thanksgiving to my family back in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hope to see you soon. God bless.
More than 300,000 American military personnel are stationed overseas. Chris Honig, Fox News Radio.
Some were outraged. Some thought it must be a joke. People in the neighborhood near 41st in Pittsburgh got a notice that looked like it was from the city saying their water would be shut off on Thanksgiving Day from noon to 6.
I thought I was on candid camera, though, for real, when I saw that notice that, yeah, Thanksgiving, noon to 6, yeah. No imposition at all, I'm
sure. She says she called the mayor's action line and was told there was some kind of mistake and that the water is not going to be shut off today. City officials told us the notice was from a road contractor that's doing some work in the area and said the contractor accidentally put the wrong date on the notice. Final goodbyes as OSU's women's head basketball coach Kurt Budke's funeral is set for Friday. A memorial service was held earlier this week for Budke, his assistant coach Miranda Cerna, and former state senator Olin Brandstetter and his wife Paula.
This is a special place, and today we are here to honor 4 special members of our family.
Now a funeral for Budke Friday morning at St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Stillwater. A rosary is set for tonight at the church. The 4 died 1 week ago in a plane crash west of Little Rock. They had been to that city on a recruiting trip. One child is confirmed dead after a small twin-engine plane went down with 6 passengers on board in Arizona's Superstition Mountains. The plane was carrying 3 adults and 3 children, and they were going back and forth from Safford to Mesa, Arizona, when it went down in the rough terrain. The children ranged from 5 to 9 and were being picked up to go to a Thanksgiving celebration.
Everybody who's traveling across America, and it's a very dangerous time because there's so many people traveling, and then hear a situation like this on a very special and important American holiday.
That was Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babot. Rescue teams had to be choppered to the area of the site due to the surrounding terrain. The Federal Aviation Administration says it will look into the cause of the crash. You want it to be delivered? It can be. 2 Tulsa startup companies that focused on delivering different services join forces. You Buy, We Fly merged with Click and Eat Now, an online restaurant and ordering service.
And the challenge that we've seen is that it's a paradigm shift. People know they can pick up the phone and they can order, but they don't think, oh, I could get online and I could order what I want for lunch. And so that's been a challenge in Tulsa we've seen, is kind of to show people that the technology is there in Tulsa.
Brandon Morrell says the new company added Kings Point Village at 61st and South Yale this week to delivery from the stores in the shopping center. Morrell says Reese's and Jenks and Broken Arrow are also adding grocery delivery in the coming weeks. The Bank of Oklahoma released a statement Wednesday saying it had settled a class action lawsuit brought by customers of for the handling of overdraft fees. In the statement, the bank called the lawsuit opportunistic, saying it was targeted along with 70 other U.S. banks. The settlement is for $19 million. The statement says the bank chose to settle the lawsuit to avoid any further expense or distraction it has caused. The statement did not detail how the plaintiffs would receive the settlement. The city of Tulsa has produced a video to explain possible upcoming changes to Tulsa's trash system.
If you live in Tulsa, you probably know that the current trash system is about to undergo change.
Some wonder why the city would go to the expense of producing such a video. City spokeswoman Michelle Allen explains the video was done in-house by a video specialist.
Her job entails making videos and educational videos for citizens when changes come up in various services so they know what's going on.
Possible changes include creating a uniform, consistent trash service where everyone in the city is offered the same options and the same rates. We posted a link to the city's video at krmg.com. Glenn Schroeder, News Talk, KRMG.
We thought you might need some help in cooking your turkey, so we turned to a group of first and second graders on how they think a turkey is cooked.
Take all the guts out, take the heart and the ribs, put it in the oven and cook it for kind of like in the hundreds area, but I forgot. Around 4,000 on the hot. I'm guessing 350 because most things are cooked at that.
How long do you cook it?
A few minutes, 20 minutes, 4 minutes, I guess. We cook it for about 5 hours or 15 minutes.
And some of those kids are pretty sharp. If you really need help, though, there's the Butterball Hotline. Once the Thanksgiving feast is over, the next few days belong to the turkey sandwich. KRMG's Dan Potter, host of OK Foodie, had an original twist on what to do with the remains of the day.
Chef Miranda Kaiser at Brookside's Cosmo Cafe makes that restaurant's famous Thanksgiving sandwich on 2 slices of honey wheat, one smeared with cranberry sauce, the other with cream cheese.
You can completely play with cream cheese. At our place, we have the garlic dill cream cheese.
The cranberry side gets piled high with leftover turkey.
Because if you think about it, if you're having your turkey dinner, that's exactly what you would want, is that meat on the cranberry.
While the cream cheese side is topped with a patty of warmed leftover stuffing.
Then it starts melting the cream cheese, which is delicious.
Slip in a couple of seasoned slices of tomato and you have one tasty rerun of Thanksgiving between 2 slices of bread. I'm Dan Potter. For more ideas on what to do with Thanksgiving leftovers, listen to our 2-hour OK Foodie Holiday Kickoff Show, Saturday at 1 and Sunday at noon on News Talk KRMG.
KRMG News Time is 6:38. The first family is having Thanksgiving dinner at the White House today. Yesterday, President Obama pardoned a turkey. What's he eating today, then? We'll find out in just a few minutes.
All right, very good. Thank you, Chris. 6:38, updated weather for you now. News on 6 meteorologist Alan Crone has Tulsa's most accurate and dependable forecast.
Sunshine today with high clouds and windy conditions. South winds at 15 to 25 and a high of 71. Cloudy tomorrow, high of 68. Showers and storms late Friday night into early Saturday. From the News on 6, I'm Alan Crone on News Talk, KRMG.
A little bit of patchy fog, some mist in the area. Alan tells me it'll be burning off very quickly, though, as soon as the sun pops up here in the next 30 minutes or so. 44 degrees now in Tulsa.
Happy Thanksgiving. And remember, when you brave the traffic on Friday for the best sales, listen for special, frequent Black Friday traffic updates all day on AM 740 and FM 102.3. News Talk KRMG, Tulsa's #1 news, weather, and traffic station. Depend on it.
Hi, everyone. Jeff Reeser, Reeser's Foods. You know, I just love surprises. I think you do, too. As long as they're a good surprise. Well, let me give you a good surprise here. Reeser's every week is going to be putting a surprise item in our ad. In addition to the already low prices we offer every week, we're going to have a surprise buy offer. And it's one of those that our suppliers have really given us a great price. They may not want us to advertise it on the front page, so it'll be in the ad there someplace, but you'll be able to find it pretty easy. And boy, these buyers have been working hard to pick the right item at the right price. So hurry into Reeser's, look in the ad, or catch it at the store, and it's only available while supplies last. And every week this item will be different, so make sure you're looking in the ad every week for the surprise buy item. Displays will be in the store, and it's a surprise buy, and the price will be high. Hey, it's at Reeser's, surprise buys. At Reeser's, experience the difference. Right stuff, right price.
Reeser's, the right stuff, the right price. Reeser's.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, are emotionally healthier, and are more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're a man in a troubled marriage, my advice to you is to do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce, such as a legal separation or orders of protection. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. We're the partner men can count on.
Call the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell, 918-200-0990. That's 918-200-0990. Or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Cordell & Cordell, 320 South Boston, Suite 725, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74103.
You get the sense your computer's sluggish? You want it looked at? I got the perfect people to do it. AOL Tech Guru. They can have your computer operating like I do at peak performance. You can have your own Tech Guru 24/7 without having a stranger enter your home or your office, because AOL Tech Guru does it remotely. And all of AOL's Tech Gurus are located in North America. If your computer's behaving erratically, and you know it is, if your printer isn't printing, AOL Tech Guru can fix it remotely, and you can watch it all happen. To introduce you to just one of their many services, we have an exclusive EIB offer. Get a quick check diagnostic for your computer, just $5 at rushguru.com. Find out right now what your PC needs to run at peak performance, because I guarantee you it isn't. Get your $5 quick check diagnostic today at rushguru.com. That's rushguru.com. Make your computer hum.
Hey, Denver Fox here, along with my optometrist, Dr. Robert Zellner. Hey, Dr. Z, it's no